What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Manchester United career mode. We are beginning to approach the end of our first season here at Old Trafford, and we're doing incredibly well. Of course, you saw in the last episode we did manage to beat Liverpool in the one Premier League game that we had on there, which leaves the gap now at 4 points. Liverpool have played a game more, and I believe we play first today against Everton, so they're going to have 2 games in hand on us, so it's imperative that we win our first game to put ourselves just 1 point behind them at the top of the Premier League table. Now, in terms of the top goal scorers in the Premier League, Salah is up there with 15 for Liverpool. Bruno Fernandes there in joint second with 14 goals alongside Kane, Roberto Firmino and Willian. And Martial down there in 8th as well with 12 goals. So we're doing incredibly well for scorers so far this season. Now, in terms of assists, where are we with assists? Let's have a look. Martial and Fernandes, top of the table there, clear with 14 and 12 respectively. We've also got Donny van de Beek, who's popped in there with 6 assists for us, and Paul Pogba, who I feel like we're missing badly at the moment. I can't wait to get him back, but that's not going to be until the beginning of next season. Now, in terms of the Champions League, you saw that we got through against Real Madrid in the last 16. We still don't know, as it stands, who we've got yet, but we will find out today. And I'm not sure whether the first leg of that game will be in this episode. So we've got Everton away up first, a week's rest on paper, and then a home game against Leicester. And we're supposedly rounding up against Chelsea, but I'm not sure when that Champions League game is going to be. We've got Everton right now, so we'll probably find out after this game. Now, because we've got a week's rest between games, I feel as though I want to go pretty much full strength. Now, Scott McTominay has been playing well lately. He's slightly down on fitness, but then again, so is Declan Rice. So I think McTominay's going to get the nod today. Grealish is a little bit unfortunate because he's been really good for us as well. It's got to the stage where I've got so many good players that I'm struggling to find a place for all of them. We will bring in Upamecano for Harry Maguire today, and we'll make sure that Bruno Fernandes is the captain for us. He captained us to victory against Liverpool. Aside from that, that's the team that I'm going to go with. Everton are lining up with a 4-3-3. James Rodriguez and Allen are going to be really tough. Of course, they've got Richarlison up there. And they've got Daniel James as well, one of our former players. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Now, as far as I remember, we could only draw against Everton at Old Trafford. So it'd be nice to make sure that we get all 3 points today. Of course, like I was saying at the start of the episode, it's pretty imperative that we do. After this match, Liverpool are going to have 2 games in hand on us. So if we can get them down to a point, you know, they've got to start winning again. They've got 2 defeats in a row. They lost to West Brom and they lost to ourselves. So it's something that they're not used to, and it'll be interesting to see how they react to it. Here's James Rodriguez. It's quite difficult to know which one's which because they both go down by the name of James, but it's James. Oh no, there's a chance. Daniel James has scored against his old club. 31 minutes in. I was just trying to say, it's difficult to tell the difference between the two. You've got James Rodriguez and you've got Daniel James. They're the James brothers as we speak, but this is not a good start from us. Awful goal to concede. It's great pressure from us there as we have it with Anthony Martial. Marcus Rashford's in the box. Can only win us a corner through Felipe Luis. We need to try and improve somewhere here as Dembele whips the ball in. Martial is there and the danger gets cleared by Everton. Oh, and here's a chance. Martial scores. Back in the game. 5 minutes before half-time. We've been sloppy this first half. We really have. It's not been any kind of vintage performance. Everton have really held us out well and defended brilliantly, but the first time that they've slipped, Anthony Martial takes a decent touch away from his body, and it's a good finish past Jordan Pickford. 1 apiece. Oh, and there's a mistake, and Dembele is in, and Dembele hits the crossbar. Big mistake at the back. I think it was Luca Digne managed to do it. And we're in with an opportunity again with McTominay. His shot gets blocked. We've actually managed to come out of the blocks a little bit more in the latter stages of this first half. We've been much, much better But a big mistake at the back there from Luca Digne, and we just couldn't quite find the finish as we go into half-time. We need to try and get that last few minutes into the second half now. It's Daniel James for Everton, and he's found Bastos on this right-hand side. In towards James Rodriguez. Allen with the header, and De Gea has to tip it over the bar. So corner for Everton. James is going to take it. Whipped in. Flicked on at the back post, and a big header from Richarlison, who wanted it more than anybody else, including Wan-Bissaka. Absolutely ploughs through him, nods it into the net, and Everton are back in front once again. The corner whipped in, they just got the flick on. And Richarlison's going, this is mine. Nobody's getting anywhere near it, which is disappointing. It really is. And Everton take the lead again. Thing is, you can't win the games in this league against Liverpool and then not follow it up away against Everton. If you want to win the league, you really can't do that. And we are failing dramatically at the moment today. That's a good challenge, though. And we are back into it. Here's Bruno Fernandes this time, trying to plough through the defence. And he's got the pace, and he's got the shots. Oh, and he's just fired it wide. 25 minutes to go. Everton still lead. Martial again manages to find Dembele. We have to score from this one. Oh, finish that, please. Oh, my good. Is that a penalty? We've got ourselves a penalty. 77 minutes in. Jordan Pickford brings down Dembele. It was a massive scramble. To be honest, we should have scored from the one-on-one. Let's have a look at what happened. Oh, yeah, he's wiped him out as he's gone back to get the ball. Penalty for United. And it's going to be Marcus Rashford that steps up. Do we leave it to Rashford? I think we're going to leave it to Rashford today. We are going to go bottom corner. Oh my God, I've lost control. But Marcus Rashford scores. 2-2. 13 minutes to go in this game. And Marcus Rashford has got us back in it. But we need to push for a winner now. Here's Rashford again. He's got some support from Bruno Fernandes, who manages to turn his man. Put Marcus Rashford in. And that's 3-2. Marcus Rashford scores twice in about 4 minutes. And we have completely turned this game on its head. We've just made some substitutions as well. We've taken Martial off. Rashford's gone up front. Van der Beek's come off. And who's come on for Van der Beek? Declan Rice. And Mason Greenwood has come on for Dembele. And straight away, it's managed to have an impact, putting Marcus Rashford up front. And we have finally managed to turn this game round. And we may escape a poor performance. Everton are going to have one last push, though, with Daniel James on the right-hand side. Finds Luca Digne. We've really got away with one if we manage to actually collect all 3 points today. I can't tell you how poor we've been. Here's Gylfi Sigurdsson in towards Richarlison. And it's a good save by David De Gea. 2 minutes of the 4 minutes injury time played. We just need to survive this corner as Everton bring on Iwobi. James is going to take the corner. Jack Grealish smashes it upfield. We need to try and win this header with Mason Greenwood, which we do pretty well. But then we lose possession again. The 4 minutes are up. Come on, referee. Come on, referee, please. Here's Jovan. Good save by De Gea. We're just going to smash this upfield. And the referee blows the final whistle. And somehow we've collected all 3 points from Goodison Park today. Not a great performance, but great teams do win poor games. They really do. That's what champions are made of. You can't play brilliantly every single week. And somehow we've managed to do it today and put even more pressure on Liverpool. So there is that Premier League table. You know, Liverpool and Chelsea, 2 games in hand on us. If Chelsea win both their games, they can actually leapfrog us and go on to the same points as Liverpool. So they need to keep winning as well. When is Liverpool's next game? So Liverpool play Tottenham next, and that game is on the 20th, which I think we're pretty close to. So they play that on the Saturday. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes on. Now, if we cycle through, we should shortly find out who our Champions League opponents are. Oh, and there we have it. The tournament prize money email is in. So that should mean that the next round of the Champions League has been drawn. Let's go into it and we are going to be playing Barcelona in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. God, it gets tougher. We've already beaten Real Madrid, but Barcelona is a whole different ball game. Lionel Messi's going to be coming to Old Trafford. Griezmann. The other ties are there as well. Liverpool have got FC Porto, so a good draw for them. Chelsea face Bayern. Atletico Madrid against Juventus, and ourselves against Barcelona. Looks like we're playing the away fixture first. Let's have a look at when that game is actually going to be. It's not going to be in today's episode, is it? Surely. We've got Leicester next, and then we've got Chelsea. So both of the Barcelona games will be in that next episode. I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. I don't know if we're going to get the result, but what a tie that is. So it's Leicester next up at Old Trafford, and everybody's fit. We've had a good rest, but I still think we might make a change or two. Leicester currently in 6th in the Premier League, so they're having a really good season. I do want to give Declan Rice a little bit more game time, so we're going to put him in. Everybody else will remain on the bench. This is our strongest side, pretty much. Jack Grealish up to an 81 rated now, which is really good. Bruno Fernandes at 90 is incredible. But we have to keep winning games. We really do. Actually, have we had an update? So, have Liverpool drawn? I think Liverpool might have drawn, because they're only a game behind us now, and they're 2 points in front of us. Yeah, they drew against Tottenham, and their next fixture is away to Burnley, which could be a little bit more. Saying that, Burnley are in 10th. They're a decent outfit. So Liverpool haven't won in their last 3, and they are in danger of bottling this Premier League title. They had an 11-point lead over us at one stage. That is now down to 2 points with a game in hand for them, so we need to keep on winning. So we have made another change to the side as well. I decided to play Mason Greenwood on the right-hand side for this one. And aside from that, business as usual, with Declan Rice in the middle for us. Here he is on the ball. And I'm hoping to get off to a quick start in this one today. We need goals, and we need them quickly. I want to try and rest a few players for any games that we've got coming up. Of course, we've got Chelsea in our next one, which is going to be really, really tough. But let's just continue to go one game at a time. Of course, there's no Jamie Vardy in the side for Leicester either. He's gone to Chelsea this season. As we get the ball in with Mason Greenwood, are we going to line up a shot here? No, we're not. We get tackled. And I've just noticed as well that Leicester have got Samuel Umtiti in their side. So big signing for them. Here's Anthony Martial holding the ball up. Tries to find Bruno Fernandes, who's in on goal. Bruno Fernandes gives us the lead after 14 and a half minutes. Superb start. Nice celebration as well from Bruno. Doing a little bit of a backflip there. But we take the lead nice and early. We just need to push on now and maybe get 1 or 2 more. He's out-muscled Umtiti there. But Bruno's been amazing for us this season. Top goal scorer. And I think that's his 16th or 17th. I'm not quite sure. Oh, 15th. I'm making him up too much. But still, he's been amazing. Here's Fernandes again. Lining up. Oh, my goodness me. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. What a finish from Bruno Fernandes. Top corner, and thanks to him and his second goal, 20 minutes in, we are 2-0 up against Leicester. Leicester having a good spell of possession at the moment, and they've scored. And it's James Maddison who's got it just before half-time. Beautiful finish. And someone who we have looked at, whether we potentially brought him in. I think it was between him or Jack Grealish, and that's a great finish. They've had a decent spell of possession in the last few minutes. Sold former teammate Harry Maguire and put it into the top corner. Perhaps this game isn't quite over just yet. It's Marcus Rashford for United. There's a ball on there to Mason Greenwood, and he drags it wide. Should have done better. Really should have done better. That could have put the game beyond Leicester, but unfortunately for us, just past that left-hand post. Here's Declan Rice. Finds Anthony Martial. We've got Marcus Rashford here, shoots and scores. 65 minutes in, Marcus Rashford finds the net for us once again and puts us 3-1 ahead. It's been coming a little bit. We've been pushing, and we've luckily managed to get the third. Great finish from Marcus. Absolutely top corner past Schmeichel. Koulibaly's on the charge here, and he manages to find Bruno Fernandes, who finds Martial. Skipping past him, Titi goes for the shot, and that is 4-1. Leicester must absolutely hate us. The amount of goals that we've scored past them this season, that is a beauty from Anthony Martial. Just sold Titi the wrong way, and his French counterpart then manages to drive it into the opposite corner. 4-1 United, all 3 points coming to Old Trafford. There we have it then. Good victory, 4-1. Much better performance, and not much more we can say really. We maintain that pressure on Liverpool. Does that temporarily put us top of the league as well? I'm not too sure. We'll find out shortly. Okay, we are indeed top of the table, but we've played 2 games more, 7 games to go in the league, and we've done so well to catch Liverpool. When is their game that they're playing actually against Burnley? I can't remember when it is. They've got Man City in the league next as well, but I can't remember where their game is against Burnley. Maybe it's one that's being played today. Let's just we'll simulate on a day and see what's happening. We have got the scouting report in as well. Let's just advance one day and see if they play their game. Actually, before we do that, we've got all 3 scout reports in. So from England, Scotland and Wales. Let's see what it brings us this time, whether we have any more luck. I mean, there is this guy, Dylan Moss, the Welshman, 70 to 94. Let's cancel that. We'll reject all these guys. And we'll probably sign Dylan Moss up because we have got room in the youth academy. We'll reject the rest of them. Let's have a look at what's going on in Scotland. So nothing in Scotland. All these guys will be rejected. And then as far as the English ones, let's see what we've got in here. Any more gems from England? 72, 76, 87, 76 and 65. So nothing else coming in from England either. So Liverpool are back at the top of the league. They did win their game against whoever they played. Let's just check who that was. I think it was Burnley that they played against. And they've got, on the 3rd of April, they've got Manchester City, who are in 4th place. So that's going to be a really tough match as well for them. They've got the games coming thick and fast. But before then, we've got a game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, which is going to be absolutely massive. I mean, if Liverpool win their games in hand, then fair play. They can go 5 points clear of us. But I think we're there and we're ready to pounce if they do slip up. So I think for the Chelsea game, we are going to have to go full strength. We've got Barcelona in midweek. So, but this at this moment in time, this is the priority. We have to try and really push Liverpool at the top of the table. Chelsea have got a strong side out. Got Kai Havertz in there, Timo Werner up front, Victor Moses playing on the right-hand side, which is a little bit of a strange one. But a strong Chelsea lineup. It's 2nd against 3rd in the league. Now, of course, Chelsea did inflict one of our 3 defeats this season at Old Trafford, and in the dying seconds of that game as well. It was absolute heartbreak for us. So it's time for us, I think, to get a little bit of revenge on them today. I think we have been a bit guilty, though, of not taking Chelsea too seriously in this career mode. You know, they've never hit the top 2, but they've always been there and thereabouts. And even on the really good run that we've been on, they've gone and maintained it with us. They're literally 4 points behind us. So a win for them today is massive as well. Here's Marcus Rashford now. On the edge of the box, can he find a decent cross? He finds Martial! And we take the lead in the 13th minute. Amazing volley from Anthony Martial, who is chasing Bruno Fernandes at the top of the goal-scoring charts at the moment. What a season Martial's having. What a season Rashford's having. But look at that technique. On the volley, into the bottom corner, and we stun Chelsea early on. As Bruno Fernandes gets it out of his feet early, and it's 2. 24 minutes in, Bruno Fernandes strikes again, and we take a 2-0 lead at Stamford Bridge before we've even had half an hour. Amazing finish this one, post and in, and he had to get it out of his feet really quickly. He picked it up from McTominay, hit it straight away, And Bruno is just so good. Chelsea are just having a little bit of a spell at the moment. And here's Timo Werner. Good clearance by Koulibaly. Guerrero picks it up though, and Guerrero finishes. 2-1. And right on the half-time mark, Chelsea are back in the game. They were just starting to have a little bit of a spell. We were struggling to get the ball. And that's an amazing goal, to be fair. 2-1 going into the break. So into the second half then, I did notice at half-time that Liverpool and Man City are currently drawing 1-1. So that's a good result for us in terms of if we win. But we have to hold on to this now. And we're just being a little bit sloppy perhaps. Maybe we need to make 1 or 2 changes. But Chelsea are going to come at us a bit this second half, I think. That's a great ball out wide to Marcus Rashford, who's managed to get onto it. Finds a cross. Oh, and it's a goal. Goodness me, it's gone into his own net. Marcus Rashford has whipped a cross in. And Aretha Balaga has just palmed it into his own net. That's unbelievable. That really is one of the craziest goals that we've seen this season. And it's put us 3-1 up in this massive fixture. Really big goal for us. They've given Marcus Rashford the goal as well. I'm not sure how they've done that because it wasn't a shot that was on target. You know, it was going straight across the face of goal. But either way, a little bit of luck and we will take it. Here we come again. Marcus Rashford's got it. He's gone for the shot. We've got players in the box. And that is 4. Anthony Martial getting in on the act once again. And we have absolutely hammered Chelsea. We've had more than a lot of fortune. But we have laid down a marker in this Premier League today to say that we are not going away. We will beat anyone. Any team that's around us, we will go out there and we will beat them. The big question is now, what was the Liverpool and Man City result? Because there's going to be a lot resting on that. We've basically pretty much put an end to any kind of title dreams that Chelsea have had there. As the full-time whistle goes, we go back to Manchester with 4 goals in our back pocket. A delighted manager in myself just there. And that's a huge result for us. It really is. 2 goals for Anthony Martial. A fluke goal from Marcus Rashford. That was incredible, the Rashford goal. I keep having a little chuckle to myself. But a massive result there. Right, will the game give us the other results? It's not going to give them to us just yet. As you can see, there's the stats. You know, we only had 3 shots on target and scored 4 goals. So, incredible. We'll do the post-match interview and then we'll see how everybody else got on. Oh, there are the results. Man City won against Liverpool. That could put us top of the table. Let's do the post-match press conference first. Great win and performance from Martial. We're going to say I couldn't have asked more from him today. He was superb once again. What else? Are we confident we can avoid defeat again? We're looking stronger and stronger. And then the final question, we turn things around how? We didn't really turn it around. I'm going to say it's always about hard work. So we'll go with that. And let's have a look at this Premier League table, because I believe that we could potentially be top. I'm sure we must be top. Yeah, because Liverpool have lost. I'm going to have to look just to confirm it. And we are. We're top of the table by a point. Liverpool have still played a game less, but our next fixture is against Southampton. Liverpool play Crystal Palace on the same day, but Liverpool are having such a wobble. It's unbelievable. And we are going to end today's episode top of the Premier League table. Who would have thought that a few episodes ago? Really interesting. But next up, guys, we have got the games against Barcelona, which is going to be in the next episode. It'll be a bit of a Champions League special. So we'll take on Barcelona away, first of all, Southampton at home in the Premier League, and then Barcelona at home in the Champions League. It's going to be an amazing episode. I cannot wait to play it. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, please leave a like on today's video. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're new, because there's so much more to come as we approach the end of April. We've got 6 games to go in the Premier League. Can we lift this Premier League title? But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.